Hi guys, my name is Tan Anderson Banya, and today we're just going to speak about training and eating. Now, we understand that one of the biggest addiction that's unspoken of is food. Unfortunately, food is something that we all need to eat to survive. So it's a very thin line before we can understand an addiction of food to eating, just to eating alone, because sometimes we just think we are eating foods that we love to eat without realizing that we do have an addiction to that food that we're eating. Many people are training very hard to lose weight, to build muscle, to gain or to lose, but unfortunately when they're doing so, they're going back and eating the wrong foods, and by doing so they're not getting the maximum benefit of the workouts they're doing. So in this little video clip that I'm doing, I just want to give people a bit of an insight to get a better understanding of how and what direction they need to take in terms of nutrition and training, or training and nutrition. You know, it's very important to understand what you're doing before you train and after you train. Very important to understand and know what kind of foods to eat. You know, generally a lot of my clients, they tend to be borderline, you know, eating well, not eating well. And when I do diet plans for people, I always try to make them ease into the diet instead of just trying to get pushed straight into a hard diet, because I believe it's almost impossible for someone who's just been eating junk and eating processed food most of their life to just switch off and start to eat clean. They might not even know how to start eating clean. So this is where it comes into that getting a better understanding of what eating clean is. So I'll just put it in layman's terms. You know, when we talk about eating clean, now we're talking about cooked food, fresh fruit, fresh vegetables that you buy fresh and cooked from scratch. You know, most packaged foods are most of them are processed, but don't get me wrong, there are foods that you get that are packaged and are not processed foods. A lot of sugars, high salts, high saturated fats in most packaged foods to give them that better taste. So, you know, they might tell you that it's 50% less fat, but 50% less fat of a kilo of fat. No, it's getting to understand your percentages of fat and what it is that you are getting out of the food you're eating. Are they the right amount of nutrients you're getting out of it or not? So before you train, I would always say, you know, stick to try to eat carbs for fuel. And the carbs you take, you know, the high glycemic carbs, which are the starch based carbs, can be profitable for someone who's going to be doing a high intensity workout for about an hour. But someone who's going to be training for a longer period of time, I would ask them to eat low to medium glycemic carbs, because these carbs have got slower release of energy, and you can work out for longer. Now, I would advise for someone who's trying to lose their body fat to really think about really trying to eat well in the first 6 to 8 weeks of training, because that is the most pivotal time, because your fitness level is not that high yet. So at that time, you're still not burning enough calories to be able to give yourself a leeway to go and eat what you want to eat. But when you get to that point where you have been training for a little while and your fitness level has gone, it's a bit higher, and you're burning more than 500 calories per workout, now you can start to give yourself a bit more leeway in terms of being very, very strict on your diet. You know, you can have one meal with less, without too much to think about, or how much calories are in it. You know, but I'd always say the best way to diet really and truly is by eating clean. Cook your food. If you struggle because you're always on the move, or you're always working, I would advise you to get your food, prep it, cook it the day before, get it ready for the day from the day before. Even if you do for the whole week, you know, you can plan for the whole week, especially if you're having salads, you know, if you're having steamed vegetables, grilled chickens, grilled meats, them sort of things you can do. And you know, fresh, you can have seeds, you can have nuts, those things you can always have close at hand for you to help you to keep to eating well and eating clean. You know, so we really want to be avoiding the breads, the crisps, the chocolate all the time. But don't get me wrong, there is a day where you have your off day, where we call it the cheat day, to where you can eat what you want to eat, which is also important also because your body will start to crave these foods, and you know it's also pivotal for your body to have those saturated fats. So don't ever think that it's not important for you to eat those fats, because they're also important. You know, the omega-3 and omega-6 fats which you get in fish, some you get in nuts and veg. These are also important for the body, you know, for whether you're training or keeping fit or trying to lose body fat or gain muscle. These still are like very important fats. You also get them in peanut butters and things like that. You know, so if you do want to get an insight into specific foods, of what to eat and how to eat to get the right diet before your workout, and to get great advice, please do email me on the website www.homeandaway-fitness.co.uk, and I'll give you all the best advice you can have. There ain't no point in you going to the gym, working out very hard and going back and eating junk. You're just wasting your workouts. So I advise you to concentrate on eating correctly and training correctly. Thank you.